Greetings, VAC fans. Hopefully it's 60 frames per second. I've got a DC65 and a DC25, both animal models here. And you know what I'm interested in measuring today? I want to figure out, well, one measurement I already did a number of months ago. I want to figure out if these old HEPA exhaust ball filters still work. I haven't had a chance to actually go and check the filtration quality with my particle meter yet. But what I have checked when I first got this machine, and this is a filter that's over 2 years old because the machine's over 2 years old, and this filter only introduces a count it, 1 CFM loss at the nozzle. So if I take this filter off, it only increases the airflow 1 CFM. But let's take a look at the inside of the filter. And the outside obviously isn't that good looking. It's not that gleaming white anymore, that's for sure. But take a peek at this. Okay, now obviously there's a bunch of carbon dust impregnation in there. But if I take it and I smack it, okay, nothing comes out. The last time this was cleaned, washed, and dried was back in the summer of 2017. I haven't touched it since then, and I've obviously used the vacuum. You've seen a bunch of videos to that effect. So let's turn this on, and in order for me to show you this reading, because I'm charging my camera phone right now, I'm just going to show you one quick reading. So I'm just going to put it down here, then I'll bring it up here and I'll show you the reading, and I'll go ahead and turn it off. How well is this going to still be able to filter the exhaust particles? Is it going to be something awful? Is it going to be something really fantastic like new? You know what I will do though? I will go and give you a baseline of what my basement is. It's been fairly warm here in January, last couple of days. So my HVAC system hasn't needed to run, hence I haven't been doing much as far as filtration. Okay, so if you can see that, that's 13,299. We'll take another reading, 13,660. So that's pretty clean. All right, so let's go ahead and reset this and see what we can do for HEPA exhaust for a DC65. All right, so 600 and then like 486. I'll go ahead and turn it off because it's going to go and bump back up again. So let's just say around 500 or so. That's really good. That's still probably very close to H11 standards. All right, so this does a great job of filtering, but you know what? It's only 2 years old, maybe 2.5 years old. So big deal. You got a washable HEPA filter, which seems like a contradiction that you can wash a HEPA filter, but you can. Let's take a look at something that's going to give us maybe radically different results. Here's a DC25, and same thing with this HEPA filter. When I take it out, the difference is only still 1 CFM. That's it, just one. So the filtration capability is really fantastic. Let me get that spot, get this out. Now, to show you how old this filter is, and I've done some stuff with this with a DC25 whole house cleaning video a number of months ago. You can see how ratty this thing looks. This is a very well worn, and in fact, it's so worn that if you look back in my DC25 whole house cleaning video, I hope you can see this, I have a string stuck inside the folds of the rubber seal to go and push this out so it will seal properly in here. Because when I got this machine, and this was a curb find, the machine whistled. And I hate high-pitched sounds like that. Now here's the outside of the filter. And this actually doesn't look too bad. But here's the inside. And you can see the carbon dust impregnation's tremendous. But this was cleaned again, probably 6, 7, 8 months ago. Hasn't been touched since. And I've used the machine on and off. Not a whole lot, but some. And let's see what this does for carbon dust emissions. And the seal in here is fine. That is, there's no cracks and it's not dried out. But it just became flat, right? So it couldn't connect very well when you put it back in the ball. It just didn't work. So that little string is like the 1 cent fix-it. I'm going to have to turn this sideways so I can get the meter in there. And let's see what this measures. So this is a machine from 2008. It was a wreck when I got it. Yet another curb find. And everything in this machine was completely clogged, in terrible condition. So I went and cleaned everything up, obviously. And this is the original filter. So you're talking maybe an 8 or a 9-year-old filter. Dyson still says it's washable, has the directions on there that says it's washable. So let's see if it still filters. And again, only 1 CFM loss from the nozzle when I remove this. Does it filter? There we go. 166. 166. So the first reading that I did, it was a little high because I had trouble getting it in there, and then once I managed to squeeze that in properly, I was able to get a good reading. So it went down to 166. So these filters in these machines truly do last, even beaten up, even rarely washed. I guess as long as you keep them in serviceable condition, they pass a particle count test very, very well. And they do not clog. So I know I'm doing a lot of pointing at these things, but this is proof positive that if you ever thought that a washable HEPA filter was impossible or was impossible to last over any period of time, this absolutely proves that what Dyson claims for their filters, their HEPA exhaust filters, is absolutely true. So, thanks for watching, especially you Dyson lovers.